Welcome to my January 2020 bullet journal setup. Let's take a moment to breathe deeply, fix your posture, think about all the weight 2019 brought, and shake it off because last year sucked. It's a new year. It's a new decade, and for most of you, you're gonna be transferring into a new bullet journal. But I migrated my bullet journal back in September last year, so I've been in my current bullet journal for about 3 months. It's a Leuchtturm 1917, and I hate it. Let's take a look at my bullet journal setup for January 2020. In October, I switched from my Canson blank-paged drawing notebook to an official, highly recommended Leuchtturm 1917. I thought it would be really nice to join all the gurus in having a dot grid planner for easier setup and neater lists, but in all honesty, I really don't like it. I feel like I traded ease of line drawing for lack of creative freedoms. If you want to see what I'm talking about, I've linked my 2019 bullet journal flip through in the description. I started my year by completing a goal-setting challenge by The Minimal Plan to really deep dive into how my 2019 went. That includes a 12-month review, an audit of my current situation, and clear resolutions for my year with game plans on execution. I summarized it with a pretty spread of my 6 goals for the year. Would you just look at that aesthetic? This led me right into my January setup. As you can see, I use the Ryder Carroll's method of a monthly calendar because my schedule is on Google Calendars, and I use this overview to highlight my paydays as well as a list of my goals and tasks for the month. I can use that to migrate my tasks from my future log to my dailies. I hate habit trackers because I don't use my bullet journal every day, but one of my goals is to collect data on my mental health, so I added a small mood tracker in conjunction with my journal to keep tabs on my serotonin to bring to my therapist. The next page, I have a very simple and minimal budget tracker. I add the date of my payday on the top of the page and what bills are due, what day they're due, and the amount for each category. I split my paycheck into 40%, 30%, and 30%. If you'd like to see my budgeting method or have your own budgeting methods, please let me know in the comments below. Finally, I move on to my daily, weekly spread. I use this on my days off of work to track what chores I'd like to accomplish and what big tasks I need to do. You can see here I'm trying out the Alistar method for the first time because I figure as long as it gets done, it doesn't matter what day it gets done on. You can also see here how much ghosting I've got from the pen I used on the other page. Another downside to these thin, tiny pages. I split the side panel for little notes I wanted to take that I didn't need a whole page for. That wraps up my bullet journal 2020 January spread. I would love for my bullet journal to take on some creativity, some life, and fill it with spreads that are fun, but also productive, useful tools. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification so that way you can be updated for my February spread. I'm thinking daffodils, hearths, flames. And if you'd like to check out my mood board, you can go ahead and look at my Pinterest, which is linked down below in the description. And until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful start to your new year. Bye-bye.